Hey guys, welcome back to the Loft at NJCDC. My name is Rahid and I'm 15 years old.
I'm Genesis and I'm 16 years old.
I'm a Miracle and I'm also 16 years old.
I'm Amara and I'm also 16 years old. We're 11th graders at International High School and we're part of the Teen Center program. And we're
the Table of Four.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about teenage friendships and the struggles that comes with it and navigating through the whole basically high school life with friends. So the first topic is friendships with the opposite gender. The first question I have is, what difference would you say there are in same gender and opposite gender friendships?
I see some differences is like how you act with them. Like you may be more like physical with your female friends than like a male friend, or like if you're a woman.
For me, there's not a big difference because I think I'm the same with everybody. But the physical thing, yes, I think with like when you're friends with girls, it's different. Like you have to be comfortable around them if you want to, like if you're like touchy with your friends, that's different. But like if you just met somebody or like not as close to them, you wouldn't like necessarily touch them or like be touchy with them. But with guys, it's like most of guys don't
like
care.
All people don't.
I think that's how it should be.
Okay.
Like,
do you think that's how it is in our school, for example? Like our circle of.
Yeah, I think the people that I'm close to, like you guys or somebody, like the other friends we have, like I'm the same with everybody else. But if there's someone that's like I'm not as close to them, I'm not gonna. If they're a woman, I'm not gonna like touch them or like be touchy with them.
Yeah, because there's that whole thing where it's like guys can't be friends with girls unless they like have a crush on each other or like there's something there. Like they can't just be friends. Genesis, do you think?
Yeah, I'm saying like the stigma of being like having a guy best friend, having a girl's best friend. Like that's why most guys aren't comfortable with having girl best friends, or that's why girls aren't comfortable having guy best friends. Because say they're in like a relationship, most people like aren't comfortable with having their partner have a guy best friend because of that stigma.
What changes in a friendship when your friend gets in a relationship? Like let's say you had a girl best friend or a boy best friend, because there's not the stigma that we talked about around having a girl best friend or a boy best friend.
I feel like if like you were to get like a girlfriend, it'd be like we start like not distancing yourself a little more, but just like be a little backwards because we don't want her to feel uncomfortable because of like this thing that comes with it. Like some people might say like, oh, they like each other, oh, she likes you. Like we wouldn't want to ruin your relationship because of that, so we'd like step back a little more.
Especially us, like we're very like physical, we're very like affectionate with each other. Like, you know, not everyone like sees it as just like, oh, they're friends. You know, some people are dramatic.
I think for me, it's that it depends on who it is and like how you are with them. Like I think with us, it's different because I think people that know us know that we're all friends, and it would be a little weird to like think anything other than that. But if it was somebody like that I was like solely friends with, just myself, and they got into a relationship, I would definitely like track back and go at their pace, because I wouldn't want to do anything that their partner's uncomfortable with and in turn makes them uncomfortable.
What about just like in general, like when your friend gets like a boyfriend or girlfriend, like do you think there's noticeable changes like in the friendship?
I feel like say like where he gets a girlfriend, right?
Guess we're using me.
I feel like we'd all just like naturally try to respect her and try to respect like backing up a little bit so we don't make her uncomfortable or anything like that.
Yeah, but also like what he said, like at our school, like everyone knows we have like a close dynamic. So like if they are getting into that, they know. But like still, it'd be in the back of my mind to just like step back a little more and not just be right there.
Yeah, not everyone is comfortable with like their boyfriend having girlfriends that like do all like hug or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Not everybody's comfortable with that.
I guess if we're talking about like what changes in a friendship when someone gets in a relationship, I think the person that gets in a relationship tends to like, I guess, not alienate their friends, but like be less close to their friends. Yeah. And that could have a ripple effect on friendships in general. I think it's especially with people that don't have experience navigating a friendship and a relationship. The first time it actually, with me, that happened. Like I didn't, like I was so focused on being in a relationship that I forgot about my friends. So I think you have to take into consideration whenever someone gets in like a first time relationship, and you have to like kind of give them the benefit of the doubt if something happens in the friendship. When
you're in like a relationship, I think you need to learn when to make time for your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and your friends. Like most of the time they shouldn't really like be one. Like you should make separate time for both of them.
I agree with that. I was gonna say that's a good transition into the growing out of friendships and like conflicts in friendships.
Have you ever grown out of a friendship? How did that go?
Well, I did grow out of friendship like from 8th grade to like high school, but it was simply just because I would text, they wouldn't answer. It was just simply like that.
And I'd say like I've gotten less like closer to other friends. Like we went from being best friends to like being like friends that see each other every now and then. Just like because of distance and just like I don't see them every day as much as I would in school. So going from 8th grade to high school was a really big change.
I was gonna say, do you think it's harder to make friends in high school? It's kind of off topic, but on topic. Like, do you think it's harder to make friendships in high school than like your friends that you've had before?
I think for me it was different because we all like all us three came from PGT and went to international. Sorry, Jen.
Sorry. I'm about to express
but no,
all my
we all
lore.
we all became friends like the first day, so like it was different. But we all came from PhD, so we didn't have to like have that. Oh, I don't know anybody. How am I gonna make friends? We had like a built-in group, if that makes sense. So I think it was definitely easier for us to make friends because once someone became friends with like someone in the group, they all introduced him to everybody else, and in turn, it kind of became like our friend.
Mm-hmm. So Jen, you might be able to speak more on it. Like, do you think it was hard to make?
I remember going into high school and I was so scared because literally none of my friends went to high school, and I was like, I'm gonna be a loner, guys. Like, this is gonna be embarrassing. And then I remember like meeting you guys. I remember thinking the first day that you guys were like completely gonna forget about me. I would just have to start over. So I remember the first day when I went back and you guys were like, "Hey, Genesis, come sit with us." I was over the moon. That was good. And I think it was kind of easy because not that nobody knows each other, but you're all new groups of people and everything. So it's really easy to like make new friends with them.
I'd say also like because we went to the same middle school since we were like in second grade or whatever, so on. Going from like we still know each other, but trying to make friends, new friends, the difference between like second grade and high school and like freshman year was very different for me because like back in the day I was more like outgoing and more friendlier, and now we're all just in the same space and I don't like talking to people that much. Like when I did talk to people it was awkward, so it was harder to like actually become friends with somebody. But after we like broke down the ice, I think it was easier to actually make friends.
Yeah. I think going back to the growing out of a friendship, I think for me, the friends that I had in 8th grade, I think those friends are like before high school. I don't think I don't think I'll ever grow out of those friendships because even if I don't see them for like a year or 2 years or not, I still have that bond with them. So that, I guess, I don't think I would grow out of a friendship, that type of friendship. But I have grown out of friendships that we just became different people and like we don't have the same interests anymore. Or I look back, like hindsight is always 2020, but I look back and see like, wow, how was I friends with them?
Yeah.
And like what happened that made me, why was I that different of a person that like now I can't even see myself talking to them?
Yeah, I think I agree with that one. I've definitely grown out of a couple friendships where it's like, oh, I don't agree with anything you're saying right now. I don't know how I put up with that, but it just, once you get into high school, like you start changing and you're discovering yourself, and then you look at the people you're surrounded by and like you're like, oh, okay, these are the people that agree with me and that grow with me, and then there's people that just stop growing with you.
How would you say is a healthy way to break off a friendship? Like when, let's say, they become different people or like it just gradually like falls off.
I think it does gradually just fall off. Like you notice you don't talk as much. Like I think a healthy way would be to sit down and have a conversation about where things are going. If it's like you guys don't talk at all and it's like really bad, like that would be a healthy way. But just like most friendships you grow out of, it just happens. Like you just stop talking more. You just start hanging out with other people. It's just a gradual thing that happens throughout your friendship that you just like you notice it, but you don't notice it immediately, you know?
I think it really depends on the person because like if like you're saying, like if you don't have a conversation and sit down, like then comes the drama, and then like, oh, he said, she said, and then like there's like that tension, and then I think having a conversation is important.
But also having that conversation is a little awkward because like people don't want to like acknowledge that a friendship is ending or dying, let's say. So like usually what happens, and like especially in high school, when people like stop being friends, it just gradually, like Miracle said, it goes down and no one talks about it until one day you think, oh, what happened? Or like, I haven't talked to this person in a while. Then you realize, oh, we're not friends anymore. Do we want to move on to the next topic, which is navigating the struggles and ups and downs of life in Paterson, or like being friends with people that are from Paterson while also being from Paterson?
We can switch to that.
One question is, what problems do you think living in Paterson causes in friendships? one, not problems, but similarity is that you might be going through the same struggles as everyone else. There's like you're allowed to, not allowed to, but you're able to relate a lot more to people in Paterson than you are to somebody from Totowa or like Little Falls or something like that, because you're like you're super comfortable with the environment and you're comfortable around the person because they know where they are from and they know where you're from, so it's the same struggles.
Yeah, I think Paterson is so big but so small at the same time that like you all like it's so diverse too. So like you all understand each other on like a different level than if you go out to like Totowa kids and like, you know.
I think a problem that could arise having a friendship in Paterson is just mostly figuring out where to hang out. Like if you don't have a ride somewhere to go like to Willowbrook Mall or Garden State Mall, you're just like kind of like walking around the street or whatever, and like we don't live in the best, safest area.
Yeah.
So that could be dangerous. But it's just a matter of like finding a good place for you guys to go.
Yeah, with like the hanging out part, I think like Amara said, Paterson's huge, so you don't always know where to meet up. Like for example, I live closer to Toto, and most of my friends live in like downtown Paterson or like farther than that, more deep inside. So it's like really, it's a struggle, like finding out where to meet up or like where to go because everyone's in such a different places.
I was gonna backpedal off of a Miracle when she said like it's difficult to find out where to hang out, because usually when we try to hang out, it's like either we can't make it because there's like long distance, or like we always try to do something different, and there's not that many like safe, cute, aesthetic places like here. Like there's nothing cute.
Like it's the same. It's
yeah,
the same.
all we
It's
do is
either
go to Willowbrook and Garden
Like
State.
out of Paterson in the end.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I think another advantage of living in Paterson and going to school in Paterson is that like when we go to international, and it's like everyone knows everyone, and we're able to hang out around that area because it's not like people say Paterson's bad, but there's different parts of Paterson.
There is different
like
parts.
this side of
The
Paterson,
outskirts
is
better.
like I'd say pretty good because you can't really tell. Like yes, it's dirty, but you can't say that people do.
It's not as dangerous.
Yeah,
it's not
as dangerous.
You know.
So like we hang out like after school all the time, and we have an amazing time most of the time.
It's also like depending on what time it is too. Like just be aware of like how dark it's getting.
Your surroundings.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you mentioned international being a small school. What do you guys think are like the social differences of going to like a big school like PCTI and then like a small school like Paterson? Like, would you have chosen, knowing that it's a small school where everyone knows everyone, and like,
I think it's so much easier to like make friends and like get to know each other because we're on a third year now and junior year. I feel like we all know each other, and like we could literally be walking down the hallways. You could say hi. Like it's kind of like that environment. And PCTI, my friend goes to PCTI, and she literally like she doesn't know half the school anymore because it's huge, and she has to travel from everywhere. Like it's crazy over there.
Yeah, I don't think I would like going to PCTI because I think they have more than 4,000 to 5,000 people, students at their school, which is insane. We have less than 700.
We have less than 600 people in our school.
No, he planned that.
I didn't mean to do that. But like I think 700 with the new freshmen, so it's not a lot. It's not a lot of people.
Yo,
but
I don't hear you laughing in the back.
But like especially in our class, I think it's less than 150. Definitely.
I think it's less than 160.
163. I thought it was.
It was before, but then people transferred out.
I think last time I checked it was 142, but doesn't matter. But
around that.
Yeah. I think we know more than half I think we know everybody, but it's just recognizing faces is difficult. But I think we know more than half the people in our class, and we're like more or less friendly with them.
It definitely makes it easier for like, for example, the SGA, like planning trips, like you or like making a shirt or like getting opinions. It's like you know everyone, so you can just be like, hey, what do you think? Like
if it was a bigger school, I think it would also be just difficult making friends in general because there's so many people. You wouldn't be able to be like confined to one group or like one type of people, I guess.
I think also like going year by year, like we have our schedule changes, but it's mostly the same people. When their schedule changes, it's a whole brand new bunch of people, so that'd be like really difficult to like maintain.
Yeah, and like going to different buildings is crazy.
Having to walk outside
in the winter cold, I'd be so mad.
Snowing outside.
And they have a traffic sign now. Apparently, at their school.
Wait, traffic sign?
Yeah, they have a traffic
for like the hallway.
Traffic light in the hallway.
Because there's like I don't know what it's
Sorry.
called, but there's like a section where like everything connects. There's gonna be traffic.
That's insane.
I mean, there's always traffic at our school, like at the beginning when the freshmen don't know how to.
Freshmen, bro.
They don't know the feng shui of the school, but like I can't imagine PCTI. No.
Like for us,
Or
we
just
have
a bigger
escape, like
school.
the side stairs. Like if we can go up the side, they have that's it.
That's all I got.
What differences do you notice between your friendships in Paterson and others?
I don't see my friends that often. Like I have one of my best friends. He lives in Hawthorne. I rarely ever see him. Like I live right close to Hawthorne too, but like I think it's different schedules. You live further away, so it's a lot harder to make plans and hang out like that.
Do you think it's hard to like hold on to that friendship? Like,
No, I text that man every day.
But I think it would be different for other people because some people don't want to make the effort or like.
Yeah, some people don't know how to maintain like a long distance friendship.
well, we have a long distance friendship. You know her too, Daniela.
Daniela?
Yeah.
But I think that also like, is different because like middle school friend and like we have such a big like a really close bond that I don't think that's ever gonna get broken.
No, I didn't say that. I just meant like maintaining it is different. Like you have to put in effort to be like, hey, how are you? Like,
yeah,
you
I
know,
think
reaching out.
it probably just comes down to effort from both sides.
I have long distance friends as well, and there's obviously been a change in the friendship. Like it's not we don't talk every single day because like they're busy, I'm busy, but when we do like reunite, it's like still the same vibe. Like we still have fun, we still have joke, we still talk about
Like you
serious
still have that connection.
conversations. Yeah. I'd say it's like a little bit like not necessarily harder, just like different. Because I was talking about something like, oh, they built this in Paterson. She's like, what are you talking about? So it's just like the difference of like topics of conversation.
What do you guys think is gonna happen like once we get older? Like
Graduate?
when we go to college, maybe like not, if in like New Jersey or not in Jersey, like what happens to like the friendships back home?
I think it's gonna be hard, especially for us, because I feel like our school in general, like we're so tight knit. Like we see each other every weekend, like we talk every day. Like it's definitely gonna be a big change. Like going to college, even like, and then growing up, and then like having our own lives. But I think if you care about someone enough, like you'll put in the effort to maintain that friendship. Like, you know.
I remember someone asked me this when I was like in middle school, like if I'm gonna be friends with them still. Do you guys think we're going to like be able to maintain these friendships?
I think we will.
These?
It's just
Not these.
Like,
Not these.
I would
like,
hope.
maybe,
Not these.
No, like I'm talking about like in general, like just like the friends that, like, you know, the friends that we have in school that are like not super close, but like
Okay.
we talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
But like we don't always hang out with them, but we hang out with them once in a while. Do you think we're going to be still friends with them or like be able to maintain that friendship?
Connection. Like
I
that.
think with that, it depends on the distance. Like, if you don't talk to them every single day, it depends on how close they are to where we move. Like, and we go to college. Like, if I go to college in Pennsylvania and someone else goes to college in Pennsylvania, then we would talk more, obviously. But like, if I go to college in Boston and they're still here in New Jersey, it's like a difference. Especially don't talk to them every day now.
I think it also depends on like the type of person that the other person is. Like some people are very high maintenance, like they want to like get a text every single day to know that you're like still friends. But like for example, me and Maya, like we talk maybe once a month, but that's still like my best friend. You know what I mean? Like I think it just depends on the person too.
I think it depends on the person and the type of friend they are. Like I think with us, I think we all know that like going to stay friends or we're gonna try to stay friends.
Okay.
Yo,
Like,
knock on wood.
wording it
right now.
Okay, but like but
Yo,
I think
she hates us.
a little.
I guess like the friends that we have that are not as close that we are to, or like let's say we're friends with them because we go to school with them.
Correct.
I don't think those friendships are meant
So
to last.
Like, not
like-
every single friendship meant to last you your whole entire life.
some
and
people
that's normal.
are there for like a chapter or two, like high school
so
experience. Like
I think it's gonna like eventually die out, and once we like when we see them, it's like, hey, what are you doing? How are you? But like,
yeah, it's not like I'll
it's
never
gonna
talk
be
to this
like-
person ever again.
it's
like,
gonna like naturally like
yeah.
take its course. So we want to move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Sure.
What is the next topic?
Diversity in friendships.
I think we should have a lot to say about that because Paterson is very
different.
diverse.
Yeah. Why would you consider diversity in friendships important? I think when I'm becoming friends with somebody, or like I don't consider like their race or anything. It's just
okay, you can
becoming-
He's like he's trying to defend himself. I don't consider race.
I'm becoming friends with them because like I like their personality, like their vibe and whatnot. So to me, I don't think it definitely matters, but I don't think it matters to the extent that like of the question. Like I don't think it matters to like consider, oh, we should be friends with the black person or we should be friends with the Hispanic person because we need a token, whatever that.
Yeah.
Like in our friend group.
The way I was looking at the question is like, I think diversity in friendships is important. Like, you know, surrounding yourselves with different perspectives and people who live different lives, because sometimes like if you go outside of Paterson and you talk to other people, it's like, oh, you can tell that they've never spoken to a person of color. Like they're just so ignorant. And I think it's just, it helps you stay educated and like grow as a person.
I like the different cultures we all have. Like me and Amara, we're both Hispanic, but we both are have very different cultures. And I like when you guys are around my mom. I'm gonna go a little off topic. I like
your mom.
I like when you guys go around my mom because she speaks Spanish to you guys, and you guys look so dumbfounded.
Wait, what are you talking about? I understand sometimes.
But no,
Okay.
you don't.
No, I literally repeat the sentence in English. You're like, yeah.
No,
That's just
She does that most of the time.
I translate for him. Yes.
I was gonna say my mom loves you guys. She likes seeing the diversity because she likes learning. Like she'll ask like, I don't know if she's ever asked any of you, but like when I had like a hijabi friend, she'd be like, oh, like what's that about? Like, oh, why do you wear that? Or like she'd want to learn about different cultures. So
Yeah, my mom's really inclusive, especially to Rahid. I remember we went out.
I would hope.
I would hope.
We went out to the barbecue, and she was like asking me, like, "Can Rahid eat this? Can Rahid eat that?" And I felt bad,
Yeah,
but
I
like she was
remember
trying her
they were being
hardest.
really considerate,
yeah.
yeah.
I liked our diversity and like not just our friendships, but like our friendships across our schools. Seeing the different like Hispanic cultures as well, like especially since we're an international school, so we celebrate a whole bunch of Hispanic Independence Day, Black History Month. Like we celebrate a lot of stuff in our school, and I like seeing that highlighted in our community.
I think especially going to IHS, there's so many different like people from different backgrounds, mostly Hispanic, but there's also like many different groups among Hispanic people, and it's just like really interesting to see everyone's perspective on like when it comes to Hispanic Heritage Month or something like that. Like there's so many different like holidays and so many different like types of food, cultures, clothes, everything that people like represent. It's such an interesting topic. And also like I'm Bengali, and you would think going to IHS there's a lot of Bengali people. There's not. I'm like maybe one of 2 or 3 in our grade, which is crazy. But it's also really like because when I'm at home or like with family, we're all like, well, it's everyone's Bengali. So I think for me, it's like I get to surround myself with like all cultures when I go to school. So I think I really like that part.
The only thing I was gonna say about like the different like cultures and stuff, I feel like sometimes there's like cliques because of the different like there's like the Spanish kids, like
That's all she could
Arab
think.
kids.
I think it's definitely with like language.
The language barrier.
Yeah.
Because like when there's in our school there's like the people that primarily speak Spanish, they're all friends. Do we have any other?
I think everything else is just based on like where they live.
Yeah,
Like, there's more
true,
people in this
yeah.
area, so they're gonna be friends like together. 'Cause they live together. So I don't think there's a divide between races or anything like that. I think it's just where you live and what language you speak. Like that's the only barrier.
Not
we have.
divide. I'm just saying like there's a clique. A clique. I couldn't think of another one. Spanish.
There's one.
There's one.
I think that like I think in general I've noticed that like most people stay friends with their like cliques or like races, but in our school that doesn't really happen. You'd think like all the like in different areas, like most of the black kids are friends with the black kids, and most of the Hispanic kids are friends with the Hispanic kids, and the white people stay with the white people. But I mean, we don't really have white people in our school.
No white people at our school.
But it's everyone just mixes together in our school, and I think I really like that part about international because it like really puts the name into perspective. International high school, everyone is diverse, and we live up to our name.
We're really giving them free promo right now. But it's true. It's true.
Would you say diversity in Paterson is a good thing?
I think diversity being in Paterson makes it like if you were to like Clifton, for example, like it's mostly a white area. Like here we have those little minorities coming together, and there's no like there is racism here. Obviously, there's racism everywhere, but it's not as out there, more public. Like it's not as big as it is in other places. I think that's a good part about living in Paterson.
I was gonna say, speaking of racism, have you guys ever had a racist experience in Paterson or just where?
I've actually never.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you?
I pass as white.
Oh my god.
Have you?
I wouldn't say this was racist. I was telling you guys the other day when these white people came to go see the Great Falls, and they came up to me and started speaking in Spanish, and I spoke to them clear English, and they still started speak to me in Spanish, and I'm like, I don't even look like I speak Spanish. Like that's not really racist. It's just like not classist. Just like different
Okay, wait.
culture wise.
Okay,
Yeah.
culture.
Maybe they
barriers.
came to Paterson. They thought everyone spoke Spanish.
Have you guys
Yeah.
ever seen racism, like for your parents or just your friends? Or
I don't know if this counts as racism, but I think a lot of people, like, especially Muslim people, when you go, like, when I go out with my family, like the girls especially, they're all like wearing hijabs, and people like look at you funny, or like they look and be like, oh, what are they wearing? Or, like,
do you think that happens only outside of Paterson? Do you think that even inside of Paterson, like
sometimes it happens like at the, like I remember my cousins were saying it happens to them at the falls. That was like a few years ago, but still, it happens
Well, yeah.
anywhere and everywhere.
Chin?
No, I have never.
I mean, you're white passing, so
Okay,
but I don't know
my
his
father
dad or
is
her
dark
dad.
as he can be.
I have
Yeah.
had like racist experiences, but not in Paterson. Like, I remember before my mom got pulled over once because they left my dad's license plate, and I was terrified in the back seat, and they were yelling at her, and I was like, okay, maybe end this now. Like, it's just like stuff that doesn't happen in Paterson because like everyone not looks the same, but like we're all different, and that's like the point. We're all different. What are you gonna judge? You're also different, you know?
Yeah, I had not in Paterson. It was like in Totowa. It was like 2 streets from Paterson. I remember my dad called me because there was a police car following him for like 3 blocks, and my dad had an umbrella, and they were like, "Sir, we're gonna have to check you. We're gonna have to take this umbrella. Like, we're gonna have to go scan it or whatever." He was terrified.
He was walking.
He was just walking with his umbrella. It had just rained, so obviously he has an umbrella. And then my dad, I don't know if he's like crazy or whatever. He's like, "Is everything okay? Like, do I look like I'm stealing something?" And the cop, when he was clean, he was like, "Oh, no. Like, do you want me to drive you back home, like to Paterson?" Like, but yeah.
Oh my god. Also, the thing about like the diversity in Paterson, I think there's diverse groups, but there's also everyone like the area of Paterson. You know, like if you go in an area, you know where you are. Like closer to Kennedy and like Totowa, there's a lot of like Bengalis and then if you go into like more downtown, it's like a lot of Hispanics. And I think there's like I don't know where like the Dominicans and Mexicans live, but like it's
I don't know where they live.
Where I live. No, wait, most of the Mexicans. I'm telling from experience. Most of the Mexicans live like near downtown. You know where the gas
Yeah.
station is? They live like right up that street.
They live like by our school.
Mm-hmm.
oh, I wouldn't know. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry, I don't know.
Do you guys plan on living in Paterson?
Absolutely not.
No.
I want to get away.
I think that Paterson is doing a lot of good things, especially like working on the community, and it's not bad. I'm not gonna like just move and forget about Paterson. Like I'll come back. Obviously,
It's the mayor.
it is. But I don't see
We
myself.
love the mayor.
I said it's the mayor.
Like he's doing good things.
Yes, my king.
The way you
Go
worded
on,
it
Andre.
made
All
it
these
sound
projects?
so
yeah,
bad.
go Andre, say it.
No, definitely, yeah.
Oh.
Like in these past couple years, like he's
If
been
you
doing
need
a
us
lot
to
of
campaign
projects.
for you, we got you. Like, if you're
We got
watching
you.
this,
Wait,
You
tell
actually-
them the story
someone
when
should-
you met.
someone should clip
Hold on.
this.
Hold on. Let me reenact the story. Wow, a miracle. We're running for SGA presidents right now. You know what would be awesome if Mr. Andre Saya himself showed up to the Dunkin'.
Today is like National Donut Day. We're doing Dunkin' right
Wow.
now. What if he's right there in the Dunkin'? that
Is
we're
there
about to go
someone
to?
behind me?
Mr.
Oh my
Andre
god,
Saya.
Mr. Mayor. Oh my god, can we get a picture with you? Yeah, of course.
Like, oh, let me get your number. You save it on my phone.
Exact. I sent him the picture. He saved our names, shook our
Aw.
hands.
You should hire us, Gen Z for Andre Saya. Clip this, yeah.
Alright, yeah, clip.
Danny, clip
Yeah.
this, please.
Anyways,
Send it
He's
to
like tired.
Wait, no, send it to Adam so he can send it to the mayor.
Or just send it to like Dave. Dave knows. I think Dave knows.
Love
Andre.
Dave.
You're right,
Yeah.
Dave.
Love it. But yeah, you were speaking.
Patterson is having a lot of like developments, and like I feel like it will change. It is changing for the better. And but growing up in Patterson, I know there are faults with it. There's faults with every single city, and I wouldn't want to raise my kids in this environment where it's like not the safest area. I want to go somewhere safer and more like better for them.
Yeah, I think the same thing with me. I don't think this is the best thing that we're saying because we like we're in a building that's built by NJCDC to help develop Paterson. But I think I wouldn't want to live in Paterson either. I think I'm planning on not living in Paterson in the future. I think like somewhere in the East Coast, but not in Paterson. But I also think they're doing a good job of building up Paterson.
You can see the difference. It's
Yeah,
very clear.
But they have to go in the direction where it makes people stay in Paterson, especially the youth.
yeah.
I think everyone that's lived here, like older people, they're gonna stay. But you want the youth to stay in Paterson. I think that's like the most important part. The mindset is not to leave Paterson, but stay in Paterson.
Yeah,
should be the mindset.
I think Paterson will always have like a special place in my heart, and I'll definitely come
It'll
back.
be home,
like,
yeah.
you know, I'll always give back to
Yeah.
the community, specifically this community, because it's my community. But I'm not staying.
I would love to live in New Jersey. My all-time goal is to like buy a house for me and my family, but it's not gonna be here. So
Yeah,
anywhere
I love-
else.
We love
I
Paterson,
New
but
Jersey.
no.
We love Paterson too, but I love New Jersey. I want to stay in New Jersey. I want to stay close by.
I
just
love
not
New
in
Jersey. I
Paterson.
love whoa.
not pumping your own gas.
I love not pumping my own gas. Thank you.
You have to pump your own gas?
in other
states,
states?
yeah.
What other
You
state?
didn't
New
know?
Jersey.
Every
in
other
in
state,
Pennsylvania
my
has
guy.
pumping gas.
That sucks.
Yeah. We also have the beach right there.
Exactly.
New Jersey.
Just an
DTS,
hour away.
DTS.
and away from tornadoes. Well, not away, but
Okay.
away from.
We got
most
Jersey Shore.
tornadoes.
Yeah.
What else do we have in here?
We have the American
MetLife.
Dream Mall.
The city is 20 minutes away. By the city, I mean New York City.
Oh.
The
Okay,
city.
why are
New York
you?
City.
We're talking about New
20 but
Jersey.
We have
it's 20 minutes.
MetLife
That's like
too.
MetLife is, but also MetLife is in New Jersey, not New York.
I hate when
Yes.
people are like, "Hi guys, I'm so excited to be in
for
New
the
York."
for the World
You're
Cup,
not in
they're
New
saying-
York.
For the World Cup, they're saying New York, New Jersey. It's New Jersey.
It's just New Jersey. We might have bias, but it is.
No, it
it's-
is.
it's
What?
in New
Factually,
Jersey.
factually.
It's actually.
But
On
I'm
the
just
map.
saying we might have a little bit biased that New Jersey is a good
Yeah.
state.
Thank you for watching. I've been Rahid.
I've been Genesis.
I've been a miracle.
I've been Amara,
Thank you for watching. We've been.
and we are.
What are we?
The
We are.
We are
The
Like
table,
Table
of Four.